Hey y'all, so I am back with my library book haul. So I had mentioned in a previous video that my local library does a library book sale about 2 or 3 times a year where books are $1 and it's absolutely a gold mine. So it's something that I anticipate. It's like, Black Friday for me. So they just had it. I went and did a haul and I wanted to share with you guys what I got. So before I get started, I just want to say in this book sale that they had, I don't know if it was a subconscious thing or not, but I ended up picking up more business books than I did fiction. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just, like I said, a subconscious thing. I do work in finance, so that might be a reason why. But just as a heads up, I picked up business books that you typically don't see people talk about on booktube. From what I noticed, maybe that's something that I could bring to the booktube community. Maybe it's just that they're too boring, maybe no one cares, maybe I don't know, but I did pick them up because I wanted to read them. So I'm just gonna dive right into it. First book I got was Brian Tracy, The Art of Closing the Sale. I picked this book up because it looked good. It said the key to making more money faster in the world of professional selling. And not that, and I've mentioned this before when I talked about nonfiction books. I'm not a clickbait reader either. Like, I do read for substance. So I don't just pick up, how to make money, how to get rich quick, how to be a millionaire before you're 30. I don't necessarily tend to bite into titles of books that, promises those things. It's either something in the author that I really like or something in their story that I particularly like. So Brian Tracy I am familiar with because he wrote The Focal Point, and I thought that was really good. And like I said, I've mentioned this before, that self-help books can be very repetitive. Everybody's saying the same things, just in a different way. But this was about closing sales, and it related to my career, so it's something I wanted. Next book is Michael Lewis, The Big Short. So again, another what most people might consider boring, but not boring to me because I work in finance. This is about the market crash in 2008. I know it's a movie about it. I have not seen it, but The Big Short is definitely something that I want to read. I feel like if you, again, work in finance or you have any affinity for, market-related history, then this is like, Shakespeare. You're going to want to read this. The next book I got, I've purchased before, but ended up giving it away as a gift. And you talk about instant karma, if you believe in that. I'm one of those people that philosophically challenges the notion of karma, but sometimes I must say the universe does take me to surprise. So I did a video not that long ago saying that I had done a book sale haul at Barnes and Nobles, where I ended up getting this book, Colson Whitehead, The Underground Railroad, for a pretty good price. And I gave it away as a Christmas gift. And I wanted to read the book. I hadn't read it yet, but I just felt like the person that I needed to get a gift for would have enjoyed it more sooner than I was going to read it. And then I get a hardcover for $1 at the library, barely used. So talk about good deeds coming back. Definitely, I'm probably going to put this up on a decoration. So happy about that. Next book is A Stolen Life by J.C. Dugard. I am going to read this, probably will be when I'm in a mental state to read this. I'm doing mentally good now, but I don't know how you guys read, but I'll read something and then I want to read 2 or 3 more books about that topic or a similar experience. And again, it's something that Amazon does a Goodreads. They'll be like, if you like this, then you'll like this. And so I can get on an abuse train, if you will, and it could be mentally taxing. The next thing you know, you're having nightmares. So when, it's winter time now, maybe when the birds are out chirping, I'll read, J.C. Dugard, because I know that she has a dark story to tell. So that'll be interesting. And then I also want to read, I don't know the name of the book off the top of my head, but also on my list is about the teenagers that were locked up in Ohio and a guy ended up committing suicide. Want to read that too. Next book is Beacon on the Hill. And this is a novel. I never heard of it before, never seen it before, but it is about African-American physicians in the 19th and 20th century, so the late 19th and 20th century, and about their plight and basically becoming a black doctor and basically the black medical community during that time. So I love Black history in the United States. I absolutely love it. If I ever had to go back to school for one thing, it'll probably be to get a PhD in that. But I love history, so this is I'm probably going to enjoy reading it. Hopefully it's not boring. It looks thick with an E, thick, but hopefully it's not boring. I'm going to actually look this up and get some reviews on it and see if it's even worth keeping. I must be honest. Like I said, I grabbed things because they were $1 or 50 cents. But if I look this up and it don't have 3 stars, I'm going to be pulling on it. But might just give it a read just because of the content. I haven't decided yet. Next book is The Millionaire Next Door. And this book, again, another money book, another finance book. Yeah, I'm going to read this just because I recognize the title for being a New York Times bestseller in the business section. I know that when I go to bookstores, I have seen that book in the business section. And granted, again, so self-help books or get-rich books are probably like the #1 selling genre, if I'm not mistaken. But if it's a New York Times bestseller, I like to think that it is written well. So I'm going to give it a try. Again, only $1. Why not? Next book I got is Howard Schultz, Onwards. And so the reason I got this book, I was actually happy when I saw this book, is because Howard Schultz used to be the CEO of Starbucks, and he is rumored to be running for president in this upcoming election as an independent party. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Howard Schultz, but I am familiar with him, again, just because of finance and business. You tend to know big name CEOs. And he has always been one that has kind of been on the right side. I would say 9 times out of 10, he's been on the right side of history, the right side of big company morale, the right side of social engineering and change. And I kind of look up to him in that. When people were just, banking on making money, Howard Schultz, through Starbucks, did it right. He wasn't always about the bottom line, wasn't always about the profit margin. And the morale, and Starbucks has good morale because of that. So I got that. And I know Howard Schultz has written 2 other books. I think one is coming up, and I know for sure that he's written another one. Not that I'm trying to, put some money in his pockets because he's a billionaire, but I do want to get a better understanding of who he is. I'm excited to see a new party, not a new party, but if he does win the election, it would be the first to do it in my lifetime in modern history as an independent candidate. I'm excited to see what that looks like and what that type of candidate looks like. So definitely going to read that. That's probably going to take priority on all of that for the said reasons, because the election is coming up soon. And last but not least, I got this little book. It's like a gift book, a book intended to be gifted, and it's for people who are training for marathons. So you can't go wrong because it's $1. It's in brand new, spanking new condition. So I will hold on to this to give away as a gift one day when I hear somebody saying something. And that's, usually what I tend to do if I see gift books. I have a couple of more that I've purchased and kind of save for a rainy day. Nothing says the thought more than, hey, I thought of you. Here's a good book to help you with what's going on in life, or here's a good activity book or interactive book to help you get to your goals. Nothing says love more than that to me. Well, from me. Nothing says I love you more than getting something like that from me. So again, brand new condition and $1, you couldn't go wrong. So that's what I got. I spent $11. Also because I got some used records because I want to make some earrings out of those. I don't have a DIY channel, but I probably will wear them in a future upcoming video and show them off. But I spent $11 at the bookstore. Money well spent, and that's it. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.